It's me, BG. Today we are working a little bit of back and lats. I'm just getting set up here. But this is favorite. If I can figure out how to get these shut up today. That's what I want. All right. So like I said, guys, today is back and lats. Hey. Well, I'm glad you got a good workout in today. Miss Naomi, glad to have you. I'm just getting set up here. I got to go back to work tonight. So today is my Monday, unfortunately. But that's all right. Why do I have this one set up wrong? There we go. Okay. So today's back and lats. Let's see. Am I cutting out? Is it any better? Let me check here. We any better now? Hopefully that's better. Said today's my Monday, so I'm headed back to work tonight. So we're in a little back and lats today. Nothing major. If I can get this set up so you guys can see what I'm about to do. So this is kind of one of my warm-ups. Pretty simple. It's basically an Austrian pull, and you can do this with two arms. I'll show you a two-arm first. It's a little easier. Come in here, and I'm just pulling myself up, right? It's like a pull-up, but a little easier. It's going to hit more in the middle of the back. And if that's a little too easy, if you want to challenge yourself, this is what I usually do, is a one-arm variation, where I'm literally going to grab it, and I'm going to give myself a twist, and I'm touching the floor, and then coming back up. And that is challenging. Only a couple of those, and you'll feel it. 1 and 2. Those are good little warm up. Hit a few sets of those. I think what else I want to show you here. We'll come bring you over here. Bring you on this side. We'll hit a little bit of upside down shrugs as well. This is your little warm up for the core. A little bit of back. Gonna hit your lats, obviously, or your traps and your lats. It's kind of like a pull up. Kind of works a little bit of everything. So I'll throw it in my warm ups quite a bit. Just a few sets where I'm just coming here and shrugging. So we're just kind of getting that body warmed up, getting ready to go. I'll probably hit a few pull-ups, and we'll get right to it. Anyone who tuned in yesterday, I did my abs with a little bit of body weight back yesterday, which usually I would throw in today. but I had an extra day, free day, so we split them up so I could focus a little bit more on the abs and show people some good ab routines and good ab exercises they can throw into their routine. Um, so we did that yesterday. Today we're just kind of hitting a little bit of back. So we'll do another set of these, and then I'll do another set of shrugs. I'll bring you out here so you can see me a little bit. I'm going to do the same thing on these that I was doing. So, hey there. Welcome to the channel, guys. Definitely appreciate having you. Like I said, today we're just doing a little bit of back and lats. So these are single arm pulls where basically I'm turning, I'm touching the floor. My fingertips are barely touching the floor, and then I'm pulling myself back up. That's a really good back exercise. Good warm up. I'll switch sides, and I'll show you the two arm once again. If you can't do a single arm, two arm works too. I touch the floor, back up, and back up. So the two arm variation, just an Austrian pull. I'm just gonna be coming here, pulling myself up to the top and back down. This is really good. It's almost like doing a bent row. Hits the middle of the back really well. I actually got this exercise out of, I think it was Muscle and Fitness or Men's Fitness, one of those magazines. Guy was using these, was shredded, so I started throwing them in. I actually like them pretty well. So that's one exercise I did miss on the abs the other day. I do abs on these things as well, and they're really good. I'll show you those too. We can throw those in the warm up with my pull-ups. They're really good. They'll get the abs really well. I should have thrown them in my video yesterday, but I had a lot I was doing. So when we're coming over here, we're doing upside down shrugs. Show you guys that for those that are just tuning in. So upside down shrug is a really good warm up. It's like a pull up almost. You're going to work a lot of muscles in your body. So I like those in the warm up. So we're going to start here. I'm coming upside down, and then I'm just hanging here, finding my balance, and then I'm going to start shrugging and keeping that balance. And I come back down into an L hold, and that's really good on everything. So I really like those. I'm going to set these up so I can do some abs on them, these TRXs, and I'll show you what that looks like. Get the right height set up on this. Yeah, this is a really good ab exercise here. I've done them a couple times for anybody who's watched my lives in the past, but they start to burn. So if your gym has these, or you can get them offline off of like Amazon, they're not too expensive. I've seen people have them, and you can hang them up on a pole like this, like I got mine set up here, or you can also get them mounted to a wall, and they work just as well off the wall. And crazy, kind of funny story. I saw this exercise actually on an episode of MTV Cribs. Chanel West Coast was doing them at her house, and so I thought it was pretty cool. It's kind of funny, and they actually worked pretty good on the abs. So I was like, I actually like those. Start throwing them in. So just kind of funny little story there of where these originated from, where I first saw them at. But if I can set you guys up in a good angle here, where we can see. Okay, so basically I'm gonna hook my feet into these like this. So we're gonna do that. Let's see, I want to make sure you guys get a good view here. So I'll show you a couple different angles on this, but I'm gonna go into a push-up position here, and I'm gonna bring one leg forward and then the other. One leg forward and then the other. And then I'll come to the outside and do the same thing, where I bring a leg to the outside and then the other. outside, and then the other. And this targets the lower abs really well. And I'll kind of do like a little swim motion here. I call this a swimmer, where I'm kind of just doing circles with my legs. And then we'll go into a V up, where I'm going to bring my butt straight up into a V and back down. And this angle ain't the best. I'm going to show you guys a few different angles. I want to show you my feet placement, but I'll set you down here where you can see me a little bit better, and we can see what I'm doing. So we'll hit that. All right. But welcome to the channel, guys. If I don't respond to you, it's because you say some nonsense stuff, and I don't do all that. So we're here to teach people. We're here to work out. But so I'm gonna show you guys this again from this angle. You'll see a little bit better of my movements, what I'm doing. But this is a good little ab warm up. I like doing these. I should have thrown these in yesterday's video when I was doing a video on abs and lower back. A lot of body weight stuff for people who want to do stuff at home, maybe don't have a gym. All right, so we're going to show you this angle. I'm going to set up the same way. My feet are going to go in here. The setup on this can be kind of tricky. Lock your feet in there. I'm going push-up position. So I'm up in the push-up, back straight. I'm going to bring one leg forward, then the other. Just pop, pop, just like that. I do a weighted version of this with the weights and cables as well. I'm going to come to the outside now. Same thing. I'm just bringing my legs to the outside. There's that. All right. Circles. All right. And then I'll go into a V up, just like that. There we go. Lunk alarm. That's funny. Yeah, I've never had that here actually, but I've heard it. They use it at closing time. But yeah, it's Planet, man. You can get a good workout anywhere. A lot of people hate on Planet, but I don't care what gym I'm at. It's about the workouts I do and what I get done. So I can get a workout at home, Planet, expensive gym, no matter. I wish Planet did have some more free weights, like for bench press and stuff, and deadlifts, squats. But the machines, you can get by with them. I was going to another gym, but I quit because I started boxing, and it was just too much per month. I was paying over 100 something a month between 3 gyms, and it just wasn't worth it. So really, Planet, my boxing gym, is what I go to now. But I'm thinking about trying to go back to this other gym. I got a little bit better paying job, and I really need the free weights. But that's crazy. Dude just left a comment that has me busting. That's funny. But yeah, man. So that's a really good warm up right there. I really like those. Oop. So that's a really good ab warm up. We'll hit a few pull ups, a few muscle ups, and I'll set you up a few different angles on that. But we'll hit a few bit of those, and then we'll go hit the weights, start getting this stuff going. But I'll hit a little bit different grips on pull-ups, man. I'll go from close to wide. We're just hitting them. I'll do chin-ups too. A lot of people think chin-ups are cheating or that they're easier, but they just hit your back a little different. And they throw in the biceps, which I like. On your pull-ups, man, really try to get the bar to your chest. Really try to get your chin above that bar, man. That's the best way to hit your pull-ups. and really try to go down, man. Try to stretch that out in your lats. That's how you get that growth. So those are my two big things on pull-ups, is getting high enough and getting low enough. There's a lot of people hit half reps, and it's cool, but for the best results and the best like growth, really stretch those muscles out and tense them up at the top, is what I found to work the best. The high reps up is great. The half reps, getting us doing a little pumping them out. And I'll do that if I'm doing something like CrossFit wise, hitting those high numbers, because a lot of those guys, that's what they do if you watch them, because you're trying to hit that 100. So you're just trying to get as far as you can to get a rep, as long as they count it. But you'll see a lot of that, a little fast twitch movement. But on these, I'm really just taking my time, stretching it out. We're just warming up here, so we'll go a little wider. That is one of my favorite workouts, man. I love doing pull-ups. So one thing I noticed with pull-ups was it really helped regulate my body weight. As I started working out, when I first started working out and I was dropping weight, these pull-ups really helped get me stay in a healthy range. So I like throwing them in quite a bit. I got a little bit of a callus bust open. Kind of hurts grabbing this bar. Whew. Well, yeah, man, today's kind of a hard day to stay motivated. It's my Monday. I gotta go back to work. I hate that, but that's all right. It's 5:30. I go in at 10 p.m. tonight, so we got some time. But yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna mix these grips up, man. This time I'll go a little closer. Wait, a little closer grip. Pull up. That's the thing. I don't care like how many you're hitting. Like you see, I said 6 there, 6 on the last one. I'm not worried about the number. I'm more worried about consistent good form. So if I feel myself starting to get bad form, I'm good, man. I'm gonna stop. Right? If I stop going the whole range of motion, we just cut it out. Because I want good form, I want good range of motion. But I'll do a chin up next, a full chin up, and then we'll hit a muscle up, and I'll show you guys how I set up the muscle up. Because that's a fun one to learn, man. A lot of people like the muscle up. It's a good looking move. A lot of people want to learn how to do it, and it just takes time. But there's some tricks for the muscle up that really help you get it. It's a lot easier than what you think, because it's not about strength. A lot of people try to strength the muscle up all the way out, and that you can do that if you're very, very strong. But man, it hurts your joints. It definitely hurts your joints, your elbows, your wrists. You'll feel that. So I use a momentum swing. So I'll show you what that is after this set. I'm gonna go underhand here, just chin up. How's it going, guys? Whew. All right. So as it comes to muscle ups, my grip is just gonna be the same. I'm gonna be that regular grip like I was doing on pull ups, just right here, just right there, right? What I want you to pay attention to is my momentum swing. If I can get you guys an angle here. So there's a bar, this bar right here. I'm gonna use this to kick off of, right? I'm gonna get a big swing. So I'm gonna kick back, I'm gonna swing forward, come through here, and then shoot up into a muscle up, almost like a boomerang. So if I can get you guys a spot here, See if I can get you set up on this corner. It's kind of far back, but you can still kind of see that step over there. That's what I'm going to use. And I'll show you it's a big swing. So we'll come up. I'm going to back, shoot forward, and then shoot up, right into the muscle up. I'm really loosening up my lats, and it's like a boomerang. I mean, a few dips, just like that. Hey, Jim Homie Chris, what's up, brother? Big Back Sunday, as you like to say. So, yeah, that's the muscle up, guys. We're just showing kind of how to form to get a muscle up. That's a lot of guys try to strength it, and that's never going to get you there. I mean, unless you're low body fat, really strong guy. But the momentum swing is really a good, at least a beginner step for people. It's that big kickback. You almost like a slingshot and sling yourself up. You just got to be careful. The first time I did it, I lost grip on one of my wrists. My ribs went right into the bar. That hurt. I was, oh, you feel that? So the second time I was really having a good grip. And when I got up there, I was bracing myself. But really loosening this up, man. Getting loose there and then swinging up. You'll feel that difference. So that's a really good training for the muscle up. But we'll go ahead. We'll get to our back here. Start that up. Let's see. We can go ahead and start with our deadlift today, since that's our major lift, and it looks like we got some open. Get y'all set up here in the mirror so you can see. Anyone on the feed that can see in my chats, Jim Homie Chris, he's got a page as well that he posts a lot of videos and does a lot of lives on. Really solid guy, solid advice. So if you're looking for some more home workouts you can do at home with a home gym, he's definitely a good guy to watch. But I definitely appreciate you guys coming and checking out the channel, man. We're just trying to teach people, showing people some workout stuff they can do in their routines. Any questions? I'm just showing you my back routine, what I usually do. I just kind of did a warm up. I always start usually with my major lifts for the day, whatever that may be. So for back day is going to be deadlifts. It's going to be the heaviest lift I do all day. I'm not a huge fan of straight leg deadlift. I'll say that all the time. I prefer a squatted deadlift. I prefer coming down and then shooting up with a hip thrust. That to me is more effective. Plus I'm getting my legs involved. So it's like another leg day. You're working your back as well. So it still hits all the muscles you want. It's just I can go heavier and it engages more muscles, engages the legs as well, versus my straight leg. I get those hamstrings really good, yes, in my butt, but I cannot go near as heavy when I'm just doing this because I'm going to hurt my lower back, right? It takes a lot of strain on your lower back doing the straight leg. So I usually warm up with the straight leg. As I'm doing a warm up, I'll do straight leg with this, just one plate. I'm comfortable with that. It's not too heavy, but I do not like it when I'm going for like a heavy deadlift. I prefer much more a squatted deadlift to go heavy. That's just me. Some people are different. I know ladies like a lot of the straight leg deadlift because it gets that butt really good. So, but for me personally, squatted deadlift is always better. So, but I'll throw some shrugs in here too. Basically what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do a bent row. This is kind of part of my warm up. I'll do a bent row, straight leg deadlift. We'll hit a few shrugs because I'm already working the traps as I'm holding this bar. So I do like throwing those in here too. So on my bent row, my arms are a little wider than my feet. And It's coming right up. I need a few shrugs here while I'm at it. All right, then I'll bring my feet together. We'll hit that straight leg deadlift. Then we'll come a little wider for the bent leg. That's kind of my warm up. I definitely appreciate you guys. Definitely appreciate you guys. But that's kind of my warm up for my deadlifts. Before I go to the bent leg deadlift, we'll just stay light. We'll do about 2 or 3 sets here on one plate and get loosened up. So I got a little pinch in the back today, man. I slept on it wrong on this side. You kind of feel it up towards the top. So gonna be one of them days. But yeah, man, like I said, it's my Monday. I'm back to work tonight, so that's kind of what I got to look forward to. Back in the, and it's really hot here in Missouri this week, so back in the heat in that factory. But hey, it's good money. So while I'm here, I'll throw in some pull-ups or even some more abs, do some leg raises, anything like that, kind of while I'm in between. So I like this over here for pull-ups because you can get wider, really hit those lats good. So I'll do a few of those. Nothing major. But I do like those a lot. Yep, Planet Fitness, brother. It's funny, a lot of people come on here and hate on Planet Fitness, but I show people, it doesn't matter what gym you're at, bro. I can get a good workout here, home, fancy gym, and people can say what they want, bro. Like, I'm the one out here doing flag pulls, holding myself out sideways, and I work out at Planet Fitness every day. One-arm handstands, working out at Planet Fitness every day. So the gym don't matter. That's those famous influencers that trick y'all that, oh, I work out at this budget gym, blah, 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 just for a day. And they're just famous guys that people listen to. And I'm just like, bro, I can outdo most of them dudes. So I can now deadlift them. I'll do more pull-ups. I can hold myself out sideways. I can do things that they can't do. And I'm here at Planet Fitness. So people love to hate on a cheap gym, bro. But when you're a real working guy like me, you do what you can afford, bro. And I'm just showing people, hey, it don't matter where you're at, bro. You can get a good workout at any gym. So we're here to get money. I'm here to help people, here to teach, also here to learn, man. So for people that are new to my channel, I'm a 33-year-old guy from Missouri. I've been working out since I was about 16, 17 years old. I grew up as a wrestler. So I wrestled as a teenager all through my teen years. I got into some trouble in my late teens, 20s. Did a little time. Stayed working out. Became a trainer while I was in there, training people. Come home, still on that, just training people. I've gotten into boxing here in the past couple of years. I've been doing some boxing, training. Should be getting ready to do my first fight in the next few months. Like I said, we're 33, man. I'm not a young kid no more, but still getting it, still being an athlete. Coming in here, I'm 5'10", 190 pounds. Usually about 180 is where I like to be. That's probably where I'll go to fight. I've been as heavy as 202 here a few months back. I was going on a bulk. So Weight kind of fluctuates. Whew. But man, I mean, but you don't need all those things. A gym doesn't need to have a pool or a steam room or the works. Like, it's cool if they got that. I'm not hating on that. But to get a great workout, all you need is the equipment, bro. You can get a good workout at home. Gym homie Chris, his page, that guy has a home gym, and he's in there getting it every day, man. I'm proud of that guy because he'll be getting it. I'll be watching him, and that's all it's about, man. It's just doing that work, man. I just want to show people just showing up, being consistent. It doesn't matter what stage of life you're in. If you're poor, if you're rich, if you're at this gym and you can afford the basic plan at $10 a month, whatever, you can still come in here and bust ass and get in great shape, man. If you got workout at home, push-ups, squats, pull-ups, bro. That's, you know, when I was in behind bars, bro, that's how I got in great shape, was push-ups, pull-ups, squats, running, you know what I mean, burpees. Like, bro, you can get a great workout anywhere, and nutrition is really the key, man. That is a huge deal, bro. Like, it took me forever to figure out how to eat right. As a teenager, I was really like a power lifter, man. I was eating everything in sight. Go ahead, bro. You can use it. I was eating everything in sight. I was lifting real heavy, and shit, I mean, I was 230 pounds. I had a gut, you know, I had a gut, I had a big old belly, but I could bench press, you know, 380 something as a teenager and squat like 5 something. And this is when I'm like 15, 16. So I had really good weights, numbers, but bro, I looked like shit in the mirror. You know what I mean? I couldn't do a single pull up. Like, I hated how I looked in the mirror as a teenager. And so really, once I hit my early 20s and learned about nutrition, you know, I ate no fast food, stay away from all that junk. That really made a huge difference for me. So finding that, man, nutrition, consistency in the gym will make a huge difference. Now, like I said, I'm not a young kid no more, man. I'm 33, so getting up there, brother. But longevity is now the key. You know, when I was younger, it was powerlifting, being huge. Now it's bodybuilding and just working out for longevity. Because I want to be able to do this when I'm in my 70s. You know what I mean? So my goal now is to just help people, man. I just help them get in shape, whether it's getting the body that they want or just learning a new trick, man. Like, just breaking your limits. You know, because when I was a teenager, my friends were the ones that were in shape, and you'll see them like, oh, they're doing flag poles, they're doing, you know, all this crazy stuff, and I was like, I'll never be able to do that, man. I'm just a fat kid. I'll never be able to do a flag pull or a handstand push-up. And then I started doing it. I put the work in and stopped, you know, complaining and started doing it, and eventually was able to conquer those things. And you know, for me, my greatest joy is seeing somebody else do that stuff now. Like, I train them, and then they're doing it, and to see the look on their face, because they were where I was. They're like, I'll never be able to do that, and then they do it, and man, that brings the biggest smile to my face, is watching people that I've trained get there. You know what I'm saying? I see them do that stuff, and it's like, dude, that's all I want. So that's what my page is for, man, is just to help other people, dude. And you know, I talked about my plan. Fit for Life is something I've been trying to work on and get people where they want to be. And Fit for Life, it's much more than just like physical. It's mental, emotional, and spiritual health as well. Oh, this is just my warm-up, brother. I do add more weight. My deadlift, I can get up to about 500 pounds. I'll have at the end of this, I'll have 545s on here. I don't do a straight leg deadlift like that. I do bent leg. This is just my warm-up. I'm just hitting shrugs, straight leg deadlift, bent rows, and then like I said, I'm getting ready to go to a regular deadlift, and I'll be going a lot heavier on that. So don't worry, this is just the warm-up. Definitely, this is just the warm-up. So I have plenty. If anyone doubts, go check out my page. You can see all my shorts, a lot of my short videos. I have a lot of my heavy deadlifts. I have my flag pulls. I have handstands, anything to back up my claims here. It's all on there. I do the things I say that I do. I'm a man of my word, integrity, honesty. Um, like I said, man, Fit for Life is going to be a really good program. I'm trying to get set up. It's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. And it's being fit in all areas because I'm going to help you become the fittest that you can be to live your life to the fullest. It's not just physical health, but mental and emotional plays a huge part too, man. And I know from the journey that I've been on. Um, so we're going to get out of our warm up. I'm going to head over, add some 45s. We're going to get into this regular deadlift. Like I said, usually I do about 3 sets on that warm up, 3 to 5, depending how I'm feeling. So I think we're ready though. We're going to go right into our deadlift here. So, and one thing about me, I will go as long as I can without using my belt and my straps. But I do break them out because for me, I've had back injuries from deadlift, especially if I don't eat much and I come in here. Like I said, I'm used to lifting over 500 pounds on the deadlift. I've been up to 580. And man, it sucks. Some days I pinch nerves, things like that have put me down for a few weeks. I did that a few months back when I was doing like 540 one day in here. So free weights, I wish I had free weights to be a lot better for the deadlift, but I make it work with these machines. So we'll do that. I will break out the straps because my grip tends to fail before everything else. My back is really strong. It can hold up, but my wrists, I have small wrists. You can see I have a smaller frame. Um, and that can indicate what body type you are, is if you can see how small your wrists are. So now that I have my metabolism up to regular, if I stop working out, I will get smaller. Some people, they stop working out, they will get bigger. Usually those with bigger wrists, that is what will happen with them. They'll get heavier, they'll get fatter. So, and any of this knowledge that I'm giving you guys, a lot of it comes from a book called Burn the Fat, Feed the Muscle by Tom Venuto. It's a really good lifestyle change book. He doesn't call it a diet, it's a lifestyle change. Really good information in there, man, on your body type and how to get bigger, smaller, maintain based on your body type and your activity level. He breaks it all down to like normal shit, regular science. Really good. So I recommend checking that book out, man. He introduced me to another book I used for a lot of my weightlifting, which was Education of a Bodybuilder by Arnold. Everybody knows Arnold. Arnold's the GOAT, man. So anything he says, I go for. His encyclopedia is huge, but the Education of the Bodybuilder book was smaller, a lot easier to understand. And then the last book I use is called Convict Conditioning. It was written by this guy that was in prison in California, I believe. And it's all bodyweight stuff, crazy bodyweight stuff. That's how I learned how to do like the flag pull, one arm handstand, was through his book. He has 3 books in his series. So I definitely recommend checking those out, man. Knowledge is power. So that's one thing. Knowledge is always power. So definitely read your books, man. Learn your information. So, because a lot of stuff I thought I knew before reading was wrong. So I went and read for myself and learned. And man, knowledge is definitely power. All right, so I'm going to do a couple V-ups here. So I work my back and my abs together a lot. I'm 5'10", 5'10", and 190 pounds, man. So I have done 2 cycles in the past. I've been very honest about that. In the past couple years, actually, I didn't do anything until I hit 31, and then I did a cycle of tests in Anavar. Took off for a few months and did another cycle of the tests in the Anavar. Really just seeing what would happen. And what I noticed was when I was bulking, it helped me keep my abs a little better as I was putting on some muscle, and it gave me a little more vascularity in my arms because I was also taking Cialis for blood flow. So that really helped with vascularity. It helped me stay cut as I got bigger. But my actual frame didn't really change much. My chest stayed about the same. My shoulders got a little bigger. It really just, it didn't do a whole lot, man, because I wasn't taking any huge amounts of anything because I didn't want to mess up any hormone levels, you know. So, so let's see. So yeah, so like I said, 2 cycles, man. I was natural till I was 31, and I did a cycle of testosterone, took off a few months, did another cycle of testosterone, and I haven't done anything since because the results for me just weren't super dramatic. I wasn't going to try anything like tren or something, nothing crazy that was going to like fuck up my hormones. I was scared of that. So really, when I went through a bulk, I got up to 202, and I noticed at 202 I looked a little better than I did last time. I had better definition in the abs and a little more vascularity because I was taking Cialis as well. So I will say that that actually helped a little, but I didn't really notice much difference in like my strength or my gains because I wasn't taking huge amounts. So, and I'm actually, now that I'm going back into boxing and we'll be fighting, I'm not doing anything. I'm not planning on taking anything. Probably as I get closer to 40, I'll probably hop on test again, just as it drops. And that's why I got on, because I felt a little drop from when I was in my 20s once I hit 30. And as I get closer to 40, it's going to drop more, you know. So I'll probably end up, for longevity's sake, getting on something, but that'll be after I'm done competing in any sort of sport or athletics, because I don't want to cheat anybody. That's my whole thing about steroids and PEDs and stuff. I just don't want you to be cheating, guys. So like if you're doing bodybuilding competitions or like sports, don't cheat the next man by taking the easy route, man. But if you're just working out and going for longevity and just trying to stay in shape as long as you can, I'm not against using any sort of gear. As long as it works for you, man, I'm for that. But like I said, for me, for now, it's just staying natural just because I am going to be fighting. But not to say that I haven't ever done it. It's just not in the foreseeable future for me right now. And not that I'm against it. I just want people to be open and honest about it, like I've been open and honest about the two times that I've done it. Um, so that's pretty much my story with that. But I'm 5'10", and right now I'm 190 pounds. I will say that when I bulked up to that 202, it's been harder to get back down to 180. I think because I did put on more muscle. So now 190 might be my new normal. But when I get down to fighting, I'm going to try to cut down to 180 pounds and fight around there. So I'm going to put on another 45. I'm going to go ahead and break out my belt first. I just worry about my back anymore because I have pinched that nerve. So I'm very cautious about that. If anyone's ever experienced a pinched nerve in your lower back, that is some painful shit, dude. And last time it lasted me forever. So I'm going to go see if I can find another 45. All right. So we got some more 45s. On deadlifts, I usually go up 45 pounds at a time till I hit my max, or as heavy as I can go that day. Some days I'm not feeling it. Some days I'm coming in and I'm really hitting it. Like last week was a pretty good day for deadlifts. This week I'm kind of feeling a little bit like a little drained. So, but I hope everybody's had a good weekend. I don't know what the weather's like where you're at, but it has been hot here in the middle of the U.S. Like I said, I'm in Missouri. It has been freaking hot, and it's going to be hot all this week, which sucks ass when I go to work. So anyone who does factory work is going to know, oh, it sucks in that heat, man. So like I said, we're hitting some deadlifts now. Bent leg deadlift. I do a squat with these. I get the legs involved. So I really like these, man. It's like having a second leg day through the week. Because on Tuesdays, Tuesday or Wednesday, I usually hit my squats and my whole legs. And then I'll come in today. We'll get a little bit of legs with deadlifts. So really like that. And I can just get heavier with these than I can with the straight leg deadlift. So here we go. I'm gonna start down here. I'm dealing with a little callus burst there. Whew. So what's funny is like I get questions how I deal with the envious people in real life. So I don't really have that in real life, honestly. Like if people are, they don't tell me. So most of the hating I receive comes from comments on these lives or on my page in general. Um, and you just try to let it slide off your shoulders, man. It's just like, hey, people are always going to hate because they want to be where you're at, or do the things that you do. Is there people out there better looking than me? Hell yeah, there's people out there in way better shape than I am. But can they do the things that I do? Maybe some of them, but most of them that I see, they're not doing flag poles. They're not doing this stuff. And that's the thing. It's like I'm about functionality, you know. And if I can look good and also be functional, great. But I want to be able to use my muscles when I need to for things that I need to do, whether that's work, fighting, teaching. You know, I'm all about functionality and longevity. So you just got to let stuff slide off your shoulders, man. Everybody's doing their different stuff. And I'm not hating on any of these guys. I'm just bringing points out that people bring to me like, oh, you're not in that great shape. You look like this or that. And it's like, that's cool, bro. But like, do what I do then, you know? Um, but in person, most of the things that I receive is love. People are always like, dude, you look great. I'm like, hey, thank you. You know, I'm very humble when people compliment me. You know, I'm not cocky. I'm not overconfident. I'm a very humble guy when it comes to other people. And that's because I started at the bottom, man. I used to be a chunky kid, and I didn't have no self confidence, and so I don't like bullies. I don't like, I've been bullied growing up. I don't like bullies, man. I don't deal with that stuff. I don't treat others that way. Um, I stay humble, stay kind, help everybody that you can. I mean, that's what I'm looking for out of life. So, um, but yeah, man. So that's pretty much how I deal with all that. So shadow boxing. I'll do some videos when I'm actually at the boxing gym. It's weird. I've done it a couple times in here, but I feel weird shadow boxing at a normal gym or doing any boxing stuff at a normal like Planet. People look at you like you're crazy, not knowing that I am boxing and I will be fighting soon. Um, but when I'm at my other gym, I'll find a time when it's kind of dead and show you guys some videos. I have a couple of videos on here, a couple of shorts when I first started. When I was just hitting the bags, we had a guy in there filming us. So if you go back on my shorts on this page, there's a few videos of me on there doing some boxing stuff way back. So I do have some of those where I'm hitting the bags. Like I said, that was back when I first started. Like I said, boxing is kind of new to me. Wrestling was kind of my go-to, and I'm just trying to get this under my belt. Eventually, I'll probably switch to martial arts, but for now, boxing is really good, and I've really enjoyed it. So I'm going to do another set on this one. I'm going to break out the straps and try to get some more reps. Um, this is my only page. I don't really do a lot of social medias, man. Um, and that's also to avoid the drama and the hatred. Because I really don't like all that stuff, man. I try to kind of find a page like YouTube. You don't deal with as much because I'm just here to try to teach people. So, and this is more worldwide, which I like. The other socials are kind of they bring you to your local people mostly. Close to you, which is fine. But I'd rather deal with people all over the world and just stay in touch with people and help people. Um, like I said, eventually, fit for life, things like that. I may find once I find a wife, find an old lady, get married. She might, take over a lot of the social aspects of stuff. And when I get Fit for Life started, we might open up, Facebook and some of these other ones, Instagrams and things like that. But I don't want to run it. If I get a wife that'll run it, she can run that stuff. But I just do this to try to get the name out there of Fit for Life and what I want it to be. Like I said, it's going to be a program based on physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. And I'm going to help people basically find themselves, man. Basically, my whole journey for other people, like what I did. I was a teenager dealing with anxiety, depression, trauma from my childhood. Um, I was overweight, no confidence, and really finding myself, man, is what I had to do. So, uh, I want to do that for other people. I want other people to be able to find themselves. When I started doing physical fitness, um, my mental and emotional health got a lot better as I got in shape, which led me to a spiritual health, which led me to finding God. Um, and it's an up and down journey, man. I talk about this all the time. It's an up and down journey. Like uh, I went from being a Christian and my best friend dies while I'm in prison to losing touch with God because I lost my best friend. Um, Stephen Furtick is the pastor that really brought me back to God. I saw him on TV and he really brought me back in. So I'm very thankful to him. I'd love to work with him one day because I kind of want to be the middleman. Like I want to be the guy like you come to Fit for Life and say you're in my shoes where I was. And I'm going to look at you and I'm going to go, okay, so here's the issues you're dealing with. We're going to get you into group and single session counseling with these professional therapists in your area. And then we're also going to get you a nutritionist who's going to get you on a meal plan to help you burn fat. We're going to get you a personal trainer who's going to do the same exact thing. And then we're going to get you someone like Stephen Furtick that you're going to talk to about spirituality, and he's going to help you and lead you and guide you in your faith. And it's kind of all those things together. That's what I want for people. And you don't have to believe the things that I believe. Like if you're a Muslim, I'll find you a Muslim specialist in that. If you believe in aliens, I'll find you whatever that religion is. Like I'll find you whatever, man. Agnostic, atheist, specialist, whatever. I just want you to have something you believe in, whether it could be not believing in anything or just believing in some sort of higher power. Like I just need you to have a belief that drives you, and that's what I want. And it can be the opposite too. It could be, I have an ex-girlfriend who was a drug addict who was very thin, right? And maybe someone just gets out of recovery and they're still really thin, and we're going to get them a nutritionist and a personal trainer to help them build muscle, and we're going to get them into group and single session counseling that deals with recovery. Um, we'll get them spiritual guidance as well. So that is kind of my goal, is to have a facility that does things like that, where I'm just the middleman and really we're just trying to help others get there, man. So this is just kind of my way to get that out there, is doing these YouTubes. But I'm not a social media guy. I really don't want to do social media. I would rather have, if I find a girlfriend or a wife who wants to take care of that stuff and film me and do this stuff, great. But I'm just wanting to get my company name out there and try to get this running off the ground, so I can help people, because my goal is to help people. I don't want the flash, I don't want the show, I don't want the fame. I just want to help people. So trying to be a good person, that's what life's about. All right, so there's our 345s. I'm gonna go up again. So I appreciate it. I'm just trying to be a good guy, trying to help people. So um but yeah, man, it's good. We're hitting heavy deadlifts today. um like I said, Fit for Life is something that I'm passionate about, that I think it'd be a great company, and I just want to help as many people as possible. um for my whole life, long as I remember, man, that's something I've enjoyed doing, is helping other people, seeing them succeed, and physical fitness. So if I can combine all those, great. Um, so we're shooting for that, man. So I just want to show people, like, it's okay not to be all right, man. Like, you don't always have to be perfect. My life is far from perfect. I deal with a lot of mental and emotional issues that affect me every day, man. But I'm still out here just trying to be the best I can be, and not take it out on other people, and trying to help others. And that's what it's about, man. We're all people at the end of the day. So, but definitely glad to have you guys here. I'm glad you're watching the channel. I'm going to go grab another 45, and we're going to try this out. All right, so we got 445s on here now. I usually go about 5 or 6. 45s is my max. But my back is not feeling 100% today, so we will see how far we go. So hopefully we'll still knock this out and maybe get one more plate on there. But I usually go as high as I can with these 45s and then call it a day on the deadlift. We still got to do lat pull downs and some of our upper and middle back movements. So we'll hit some of those next after we're done with deadlifts. But I always try to get my major lift out the way first. I said that earlier. So if it's chest day, I'm always starting with bench press. If it's squat day, always hitting the squats first, then the rest of the legs. Usually back squat is always going to be heavier than my front squat or any other one. So I always start with what's going to be the major movement that I'm doing for the day. So definitely glad to have you guys here. Glad you're watching. Glad you're checking this out. Like I said, any advice, any tips, tricks you guys want to know, you guys want me to like make certain workout videos you want to learn how to do, like I've been doing videos training on the flagpole or handstand push-ups. I know those are two moves that guys really want to learn how to do. If anyone is looking for videos like that, let me know. You can post on my community. You can post a comment on one of my videos or on here, and I will definitely get that out, man. I'll get that information out because that's what I'm all about, is getting the information out, which is why I give you guys the books that I use to learn, because I want you guys to learn too. And books are great, man. They're great knowledge, great power. They will teach you what you need to know. Most of the workout books I've read are where I get a lot of my stuff from. So I'm not really a science guy per se. Like Jeff Napard, I don't know scientific terms. I'm not a professional, but I do read from a lot of these guys that are, and that's where I get my information from. I look for the books that make it simple, that take the really scientific hard stuff and break it down so an everyday guy like me can understand it. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, is books like that. And that's how I learn, and I think that's an easy way for other people to learn. So that's what I'm here for. I'm just kind of teaching that way. So when it comes to these deadlifts, man, really big key on these is just back straight and legs bent. I'm lifting with the legs. You're not really lifting these with the back as much. You're still going to get your back, and it's going to feel really good on your back, but I'm not bending my back. I'm not, arching it. I am just having my back straight and just like doing a squat. My legs are bent, and I'm pushing up through my feet. And that is the best way to get your deadlift without hurting yourself. So we'll come up. All right, that was our 445s. I'll probably shoot for one more. Man, see, messages like that, man, what this Justin just put on here, like that really like breaks my heart for you, dude. Like, I don't know what is going on in your life, but just know that like you're not alone, brother. And I definitely will pray for you, man. I've been there, dude. I've been there, and sometimes it's really hard, man. And it can be anything, dude. Like my life the past year has been a relationship that I fucked up. You know what I mean? That was my mental health the past year. That's really got me down. Um, I've also in the last year lost my grandma. Um, things like that. A couple years ago, my little cousin committed suicide because she was feeling depressed. She was 21 when she did that, and for me, that one hurts because I just wish I could have talked to her, man. Because I was locked up at the time, almost coming home, and she just thought she was alone. She didn't think anyone could relate to her, and it's like, man, if I could have just told her, like, hey, you're not alone. I know how it feels to be in that dark, lonely place, and being depressed every day. And I just wish I could have told her I can relate. Like our circumstances might be different. We may be going through different things in life, but our feelings are similar because we're all human. We all have the same feelings. You know what I mean? Like we have different walks of life and different things we go through, but we all have similar feelings. And that's what I want people to know. You're not alone. And that I'm not saying that I can relate to your circumstance or what you're going through exactly, but I've felt those feelings before. You know, I've been in depression. I've been in anxiety. I've been by myself. I felt alone, like no one can relate to me. And it's a shitty feeling. And I just don't want anyone to feel like that. I want you to know, like, hey, bro, you're not alone. And it's okay not to be okay. And you can come talk to me. And I'm going to listen and not judge. And I'm going to pray for you. And anything I can do to help you, I'm going to help you. Like, that's what we're shooting for. Definitely. Exactly. We got more than in common than a difference. So you just keep pushing, dude, and like get back in the gym, man. That is the best advice I can give. Even on the days you don't want to go, man. Like there's days I didn't want to get out of bed. You know what I mean? When I was dealing with the loss of my best friend, I was locked up. I didn't want to get out of my room. I wanted to stay in there and just cry and do nothing. You know what I mean? Because I was so down because that dude was my brother. I mean, his mom is my mom. I have him tattooed on my arm. It's been over 11, 12 years now. It was back in 2015. So yeah, 11, 12 years. And I still miss that dude every day. You know what I mean? But I got to keep going. I still think about him every day. He was my best friend since I was a kid. Um, and then the last year dealing with the girl, I fucked up that relationship. I cheated with another ex. You know what I mean? And that still it bothers me because I know I lost a good person for someone that really wasn't my person. You know what I mean? But you got to keep pushing, man. You got to keep pushing. Like I've worked so hard to be where I'm at, and I just want to help people, and I can't help people if I stay down. You know what I mean? And because I don't want people to feel like I felt like I was alone, because I know I'm not alone. I know other people have gone through the same thing I'm going through, and that makes me feel better to know that hey, they're still going and they're doing okay, and I want to be that for others. So we have way more in common than we do different. I love what Justin said there. Gym homie Chris is on here. Anyone who hasn't checked his page out, check his page out, please, dude. He's another guy like me, really good guy, very motivating, very helpful. I love watching his videos, his content. He does lives every day like I do. He does home workouts at his home gym, but they're really good, man. He does really good stuff. He's very positive. Him and I have come from similar background. He's down in Texas. Um, Neither one of us have a great past, but we're trying to be a better future. You know what I mean? And we're both family guys. He has a beautiful family that supports his lives and stuff. They're always on there commenting. So really good channel. Another channel you guys check out is Gravity Core Fitness. Gravity Core Fitness is this guy. He's over in Wales. He's an older guy. He's 56, and he's kicking ass, man. I mean, my dad's 58. This guy's 2 years younger than my dad, and he is doing 1,000 burpees and not even breaking a sweat. I'm like, dude, that's impressive. So that's where I want to be when I'm in my 50s. You know what I mean? So that's why I love his channel. And he's another one very positive, and he's always trying to help guys like us, smaller gym guys that are trying to get out there to help people. He gets our name out there for us, which is great. So, because that's what it's about, man. Is we're a community, and we should be helping each other get out there. Because some people are doing it for the fame, they're doing it for the influencers, they're doing it to get famous, which is cool. But like guys like me, I don't care about getting famous, man. I just want to help as many people as possible. Like what Justin just made my day. Just so you guys know, with his comments that he put on here, being brave enough to say that you're going through a depression or going through something and that you're not doing okay, like that makes my day because it shows me there's a trust there that I've built with a community and that I'm real. I want to help as many people as possible. Um, so that really made my day, man. That stuff like that, like just knowing like it's not fake. Like, hey, man, some people are not okay, and I'm not faking this. Like, I want to help you, and just know that you will be prayed for, Justin. Like when I say I'm going to pray for you, I'm going to pray for you, brother. Um, me and God, we have our ups and downs, and I don't go to church every week. I'm not a church going guy, but I am a scripture reading. I am a at home, on my knees, over my bed, praying every day type of guy, and that's what I do. And for those of you who do feel alone, I'll share with you my favorite Bible verse that helped me get through everything in my life, prison, whatever, is Psalm 56, verse 10 and 11, which says, in God whose word I praise, in the Lord whose word I praise, in God I trust and am not afraid. What can mere man do to me? And for me, that basically just means that you're not alone, no matter what you're going through in life. You know, It just shows, hey, you're not alone. That if God is with you, you can overcome anything. It doesn't matter whether someone is trying to physically harm you or whether they are slandering your name, bringing you down. If you have God on your side, you can overcome all things, and you will succeed. And that is what that verse meant to me. And I hope that it helps some of you guys that feel like you're alone, because you're not. Because guys like me can relate, yes, but also you always have your higher power with you. Whoever your higher power is to you, they are always with you, and you will get through this, man. That is what I want people to know. So enough talking though. I'm gonna try to get this set here, and hopefully my back doesn't fall apart on me. So here we go. Oh yeah, that's heavy today, boys. Yeah, I think we're gonna stop there today because that was heavy. I got you, brother. And please come back, Justin, anytime, dude. I really mean it. You made my day coming on here and making that comment, because a lot of people just come on here and just say hi or be, supportive, which is great. I love that too. But to know that this channel is about for people struggling, and for someone to come on and show me their struggle, that means the most to me. Um, and I say this all the time, man. Comment. You guys can comment on my community page that I have on here, with your problems, with your struggles. Come to me, get it out, dude, because holding it in is only going to make it worse. So get it out. Come to my page. You will not be judged. Anyone who judges you will be kicked off of my page, and I will definitely remove any comments that are judgmental or mean. It is about support, and I will always support, man. I don't judge anyone at all. We all have a past. It doesn't matter where you come from. You can redeem no matter what. You know what I mean? Um, If that's a real comment, man, then I will pray for your son too. Like, that's crazy. I have never heard of that, but that's insane. Um, Dude, people got all sorts of stuff going on in the world. That's a new one, and there's a lot of health crises going on, man. Um, Everybody watch out. Lately, the latest thing has been in lettuce, apparently, and vegetables. There's something going around that will cause like explosive diarrhea and vomiting. So if you're eating a lot of salads, be careful where they come from. I've switched over lately. I've been doing more spinach leaves and cutting out lettuce because I'm scared to catch that, whatever that is. So that's just a word of caution, word of advice. Watch your salads. So I'm gonna clean off this rack real quick, and then we'll head over and we're gonna do lat pull downs and some seated row. I'll show you guys those, how I superset them together. A lot of people leave their weights on the rack. They ask us to take them off, and I always try to do that, man, just for the next guy. I don't want to be that dick that just leaves the weights just sitting there. So I always try to take the weights off, and if I sweat it on something, I always try to wipe it down. I haven't really gotten sweaty yet because this has just been more heavy lifting than anything else. So we'll at least do that. We'll leave her there, one plate. All right. All right, guys. So we'll head down here, and we will get set up on some pull downs and some seated row. All right. So seated row, they just have this one attached. I like this grip, so we'll use this one. Get a little in close. I usually start out with, about 145 pounds or so. And with these, I'm just trying to hit right here, right below my chest. So I don't go too low. I don't go too high. I'm just kind of right below my chest. We'll come through just like that. And with these, I usually go up a plate every time. So we start at 145. The next one I'll go to 160. But I'm going to superset since there's nobody in here really. So we'll come over here, and I'm also going to hit some lat pull downs in between. I usually start those off right around what I weigh. So we'll go 190. And I like this grip on these. I'll mix it up, but I do like this grip right here. So I just do about 5 to 10 reps on those. But we'll superset back and forth on these. Whew. Like I said, we went up a plate on these here, so they're going to be a little heavier. But usually just about three to 5 sets on this as well, depending on how you're feeling. And I'll show you a couple other things. I have one little back pull that I got from Jeff Napard on his YouTube page. He's a science-based guy, and I tried one of his moves out, and I was like, oh yeah, that feels good. So I started throwing that in. It's a good stretch, and strengthens that muscle, builds the growth by stretching it. So I really like it. All right, so we hit that. All right. And next, I got a couple other things we'll do on this bar that I'll show you. A couple simple things. Pretty straightforward. So. It's getting heavy quick today, boys. We'll probably just run through 3 sets of these. Then, like I said, I'll show you a couple other little small moves you can throw in on your back day. Nothing major. We'll hit those. Exactly, man. Jesus is king. Jesus is the king, no doubt. King of my world. All right, so now I went up one more plate. We're going to do our last set. And like I said, I got a couple other moves we'll do over here. Show you some stuff over there. We'll hit those. I usually always finish my weight routine with forearms and calves. That's kind of an Arnold thing. So I'll probably finish off with those. And then I might get on the treadmill for a little bit, but I'll kick you guys off before I go hit that because I'm just doing a slow little fat burning pace. So we'll do that at the end, but let's go ahead and knock these out. Those got heavy quick too. We're dying today, boy. Not feeling it. I can tell my fuel is running out. The things that I ate are disappearing. So the next moves, luckily, are light. The next 2 moves are pretty lightweight moves. They're going to hit our lats really well. Hey, Austin, glad to have you here, brother. Glad to have you back. We're just doing a little back today, back in lats. So that's kind of showing some tips and tricks on that, man. And so it's been a pretty decent day, man. I can't complain. Pretty decent weekend. I hope you guys have had a good weekend. Not looking forward to going back to work tonight. I know that. So, all right. Sorry, guys. My live cut off there for a second. Sometimes I think my battery gets overheated on these lives, but we're going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. Hopefully it doesn't cut off on us again. So on this next one, I'm just taking it down to 70 pounds. And basically what I'm going to do is just first lean back. And I'm just hitting a back pull, right? Just like we did down there to warm up with the cables. But this time it's with the weights. You're going to feel that in the lats and the upper back really good. So we'll rep those up for a little. And then I'm going to come grab in here. And this is going to really hit the lats too. I'm going to bend forward. And it's just an overhead pull. Just down and up. Just like that. And 70 pounds doesn't sound like much, but it feels like a lot on these because it's all lats, it burns. So I like these. We'll do about 3 sets of these normally. All right, so then I'm gonna go to these cables over here and I'm gonna show you a little pull across that Jeff taught me. Jeff Napard, anyone don't know who that is? Really big YouTube page, famous guy, social media, science-based lifter, really good guy. Definitely one of the few that I would say probably is natural, just because he is that science-based guy. But he definitely knows his stuff. Oh yeah, if you would have caught this from the beginning, brother, I warm up doing pull-ups. I did some pull-ups and muscle-ups earlier. Definitely, I'm a body weight guy. We are just kind of doing a little bit of warm-up, or a little bit of warm down, I should say. We just did deadlifts, heavy deadlifts. I'm working back today. We just finished some pull downs and seated row. Now I'm just kind of finishing the lats off with these. But yeah, I started out doing pull-ups. I do like my pull-ups. Intensity always key. So sometimes, man, like depends what I'm doing. Like I think intensity in the moment, like when I'm doing my deadlifts, I'm going pretty heavy. So it's not like no break type of intensity. You know what I'm saying? That's more for muscle building. So I will take if I'm going real heavy, I'll take a 5-minute break if I have to between sets. But when I'm doing the lift, it's very intense. It's very focused. You know what I mean? It's very in the moment. So, and that's cool. Pushing to failure is good too, man. I definitely go till I get that burn for sure. There's times I could probably go further. It depends what I'm doing. Like on my deadlifts, when I'm going heavy, it's definitely to failure. The last set I did, I only got like 1 rep, maybe 2, because I knew I'm like that's heavy. I can't get no more, right? Like I tried. Calisthenics, I agree. Like on my push-ups, I do. So for instance, I would just do a routine where I would do 25 push-ups, 25 squats, right? But I would try not to really take much of a break in between my sets. And so I'd be sweating, be burning, and I would shoot for 250 to 500, whatever I felt like doing that day. But man, that I'd get to about my last set, and that last set of 25 I'd be shaking. You know what I mean? Like that's what I would go for. I just go for that shake. So definitely burpees, same way, man. Like I do 25 to 50, and I just go until I literally cannot stand up on my push-up anymore. That's usually the first thing to go. Once I get down there and try to come up and I can't, that's when I know, okay, it's time to get up and start jogging in place instead of doing the burpees until I can do more burpees. So I really like that, man. Like I said, today we're just working the back. We're doing a weight routine on the back, and I warm up with calisthenics, and I usually finish with some calisthenics as well. I usually do my forearms and calves every workout. That comes from Arnold. So I'll do that. But we're just kind of hitting our last little finishing moves now. We've done the most intense part here. Yeah, dude. So I'm not so much like a huge volume guy. Like I do a lot of bodybuilding when I'm weightlifting. So like I don't do, because the thing is like a lot of heavy lifting is going to really kill your joints. Like I only go heavy on deadlifts, sometimes squat, and then sometimes on bench. But that's really about it on my heavy lifting. Like this stuff is all light, and I'm just doing that 5 to 12 rep range, anywhere in there on my sets, usually 3 to 5 sets. So I stay pretty traditional, kind of how Arnold and those guys would lift. Not super heavy, but heavy enough that 5 to 12 reps. I do creatine every day, and I do my protein shakes about every day as well. My protein, lately I haven't been doing the shakes as much. I've gotten into, I take it and put it in my Greek yogurt, and then it's more like, almost like pudding. So do that. It's almost more like pudding, which is great. But I do like, my protein shake, I would usually use milk, liquid egg whites, and then the protein powder, and that's been really good. So, all right. So I'm gonna get this set up. I'm gonna get you guys in the mirror so you can kind of see what it is that I'm doing. If I can get the right angle here. Okay, I'm gonna see if that'll work or not. Yeah, it'll work. Okay. So on these, this came from Jeff Napard. Anyone who's seen his YouTube page. So basically, all I'm doing is I'm bringing this across my body. This is really stretching this over here. So when I pull through, just like that. And I'll just do both sides, so I don't turn around and do the same thing on the other side. But it's a really good stretch across the body, which I like. And he tends to think that it'll get more growth than if I were facing it, because I used to do single arms just facing it, like this, But he says you'll get more growth out of it by coming across your body. And the way that it stretches you, I feel like he's probably right. The way that it's stretching across the body. So thank you very much, man. But yeah, so I really like that one. I usually do about 3 sets of those. And there's another seated row machine. They're kind of busy right now, but I do like the seated rows. Trying to think what else we want to do today. So I think that's pretty much everything I was going to show you guys over here. Like I said, usually about 3 sets of those. We have a seated row. It may be coming open. If that's open, I'll show you guys that one. It's different than the seated row I just did a seated row. You have stubborn belly fat. Brother, I did too, man. Listen, my stomach has always been the worst thing. And I used to be heavier, so like I have loose skin, and sometimes I'm hard on myself with that. But like my love handle and stomach area has been the hardest thing to get rid of. I'm about your size. I'm 5'10", and right now I'm around 190. I was at like 185, and I've had the same problem, dude. Like it's not easy. Like my little lower belly won't go no matter what I do. My love handle doesn't go no matter. I've been down to 160 pounds, and it still doesn't go away. So I get it, dude. It's stubborn belly fat is always like the hardest thing to get rid of. So it's just a matter, and a lot of it too is like your genetics and stuff. Like my dad's built like me, you know what I mean? So it's stuff like that. If you guys can see these ones behind me, there's a couple guys on. I like these seated row machines as well. They hit the back in a little higher area. So I usually do 3 sets of those with what I was doing over here with the side pulls, but they're both kind of taken right now. So that's just so you guys would know, like I would do that side pull for 3, and then I would come to that seated row. And that one kind of gets up in the higher back more versus the ones we were doing over here, kind of hits that middle back more. So I throw those in. I wish Planet had a T-bar, but we don't have a T-bar. So kind of shitty thing there about Planet. Um, but we'll make it work. But yeah, so we got calf raises. I usually do about 3 sets of calf raises and 3 sets of forearms. So that's pretty much our whole back day right there. I'll probably go do some body weight stuff. So my body fat, I've never really measured, man. I have visible abs, but definitely still have some fat and loose skin, so it's hard to range where I'm at. But I would say most people try to say I'm around 10. I think I'm closer to like 13, 14. But most people that see me are like, oh, you're probably like 10 to 8% body fat. And I'm like, there's no way, dude. I'm like, I'm probably up around at least 13, if not higher. Um, because I still have the love handles, still have, you know what I mean? So I would love to be a lot lower. And for me, it's just tough, man. I love food, and I try to eat as clean as possible, and I try to eat as little as possible, but I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? So calories per day, I shoot for around 21 and a half, and that's to maintain where I'm at. If I really want to like deficit, I'll go around 2,000 or a little less, but man, it's hard. Like I said, I love my food, and I try to eat super clean. Like I eat a lot of I have a sweet tooth as well. So if you're like me, you got a sweet tooth, brother. What I do, get Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, the lowest calorie, highest protein content, 0% fat Greek yogurt, and throw in a protein powder. Get you a flavored protein powder, throw it in there, and mix it up, and then put it in the fridge for like an hour, or put it in the freezer for like 30 minutes. If you put it in the fridge, it comes out like pudding. If you put it in the freezer, it comes out like ice cream. And the thing is, there's no sugar in the yogurt or in your protein powder. So there's no sugar, but it gives you that sweet, and it's so good, dude. And it gives you like a whole bunch of protein. Like, because my protein powder I think has like 26 grams per serving or 36, and then my yogurt's like 18 grams per serving. So you're getting like 30 to 40 some grams of protein per serving, and low calorie and no sugar. You know what I mean? So it's really good and really, really sweet. It gives you that sweet tooth. So it works great, dude. So that's why I switched over from my protein shakes, because, dude, it's so good. So it just depends. Like yogurt is healthy fat, but if you're really trying to, I was trying to get the most protein out of it. So that's why I go, because the 0% fat has more protein than the other one. But if you're okay with a little fat, you can use the other one that has a little more fat to it. I just wanted the highest protein I could get because I was really trying to pack the protein for a while. But the other fats aren't as bad. Any of those Greek yogurts are going to be good. I just try to keep low calorie and high protein on a lot of my stuff, unless I'm looking for fats. But I get a lot of fats from like my fruits I eat, from the nuts, because I do eat a lot of different nuts. I will do peanut butter in the mornings. I try to limit my peanut butter because there is a lot of unhealthy stuff in peanut butter, but I do love peanut butter. So I get fats from that too. So grams of protein, shoot for your body weight at least. So like if you're 175, I always say shoot for at least 175 grams. If you're really wanting to bulk or do more, add more. You know what I'm saying? Go to like 180, 185. Yeah, I would go up on your protein, dude. Try to hit that 175. Try to hit what you weigh. Because Arnold's big thing was like a gram to a gram and a half of protein per body pound. So that's kind of what I shoot for. So definitely shoot for that. Um, Carbs and fats, man. I don't really watch those as much. I try to keep my carbs like if I'm really trying to cut under 200 grams a day on carbs, definitely. So I try to eat mostly protein and then some carbs and limit my fats to just healthy fats. So 3 whey shakes, man, that's a lot. I just do my one a day usually, but you can do it. But my protein shakes, like I said, I throw in liquid egg whites, which also has a lot of protein, and then I use full vitamin D milk, which also has a lot of protein. So definitely a lot of protein in there with the protein powder as well. So one of those a day for me does it. Especially if I do another one with the Greek yogurt with the protein, then I'm really hitting a lot. So that is, yeah, 50 grams is good, bro. And I used to worry about eating too much protein at once, but they've done a lot of scientific studies that show it doesn't really affect much. Like you can put 100 grams of protein in something, and it doesn't. Everyone's like, oh, you won't use it all. You won't use it all. Well, science is showing a little differently nowadays. It's showing that like over time it will get used. It doesn't all just get wasted, and it doesn't really. It's not negatively affecting anything. So now I'm like, okay, well I can really pack protein in there, and it's not going to hurt. Um, so I like that. So just so you guys can see, I'm doing my calf raises over here. Calves are one that I'm always working on building. So um, definitely hitting those. So that was my third set of those. We got to do forearms. Probably hit some forearms and maybe some body weight stuff and get the heck out of here. So yeah, I forgot it's Sunday, so my gym closes at 7 on Sunday, which is kind of a bummer. But that's okay. We will get in what we can. We got about 20 minutes. So I may just end up doing forearms and then getting on that treadmill so I can hit a little bit of cardio and let you guys go. Let me see here if I can just get you guys set up. Okay. All right. So this is just a little forearm burner, man. Um, I do this at the end of most of my workouts. I got this from Arnold. So Arnold's thing, his favorite forearm workout, I'm just going to grab that barbell. I'm just bending my wrist right over the bench. Like I'm right over that bench. And I'm just going to be doing this number. And that's really hitting the forearms. I'm pushing my forearms together with my knees and just hitting that. So this is one of Arnold's favorites. I throw it in with the little other forearms that I do at the end of my workout. So I start off with that. So there's 15. I'll come and hit reverse wrist curl for 10. This is just hitting the other side of those forearms. And then I'll go right into regular reverse curls. Come for a wide grip regular curl. A little closer. And then the closest grip. And that's a really good burn. So I like doing. All right, hopefully you guys still hear me. Fell off my magnet there. All right. Get you guys up a little higher so you can see me a little better. We're going to do the same thing though. Like I said, I usually do 3 sets of these. So being that we're short on time, I might cut you off at 2 so I can go get on this treadmill. I need to get my steps in. But definitely, man, this is a good little finisher with the forearms and the calves. Arnold said, just hit 3 sets a day because those were his trouble groups was his forearms and his calves. He had trouble growing those. So he's like, just hit them 3 sets a day. I was like, all right, cool. There's that. Oh man, that's a really good burn. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to cut it off there because I gotta get these steps in before the gym closes. But like I said, normally 3 sets of those is how we'll finish the day out. I'm gonna go hit these steps on this elliptical or stair stepper. I mean, so I'm gonna hit these for about 13 minutes before the gym closes. But we will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is chest and arms again, but it's bench press day, so we'll be doing a heavy bench press day. Try to build the size on the chest. Friday was cable chest, so that was more for shaping the muscles. This will be a lot more for size building. We're hitting some good push-ups in there, getting a good pump. You'll see the pump, the swell. That's what we're looking for. So we'll hit that. We'll hit a little bit of bicep, tricep, and that'll pretty much be tomorrow night. So, all right, guys. Well, hey, God bless. I love you. Just remember, it's okay to not be okay, but that we're all going to be okay, and we're not alone in this. Whatever you got going on in your life, bring it to me. Bring it to my community. Just know that I'll pray for you. There'll be no hate, no judgments here. Any negative comments on my page will get thrown out. Everyone is welcome. So God bless. All love to you guys, and we'll see you for